light red tank top. This is a mostly true story about Mrs. Zardelli, a little old lady who lived in a little old house at the far end of my block, where she tended a victory garden planted by her parents the year she was born, 1942. We very rarely contacted each other because we were on the opposite end of the block, except during zucchini season. You know zucchini season. That's that time in August when the summer squash come busting off the vine, and if you stand in one place too long, a gardener is going to hand you a bag of produce. Every last weekend in August, Mrs. Zardelli would come to my house, trot, trot, trot. I'd hear the little old lady feet on my stairs. Bam, 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 bam. Thud. Drop a box, a bag of produce. I'd run to the door and open it up. Thank you, Mrs. Zardelli. You're welcome, dearie. And then she'd run off, back, 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 down the steps, across my yard, through my tulip bed. No harm done, because they're sleeping that time of year. And she'd been cutting across that tulip bed since before I was born. Not going to change at this point in life. Every year, it was a different variety. Not just the green zucchini, the yellow crookneck, the patty pans, those cute little 8 balls, the spicy Houdini, the cucinella di Napoli. Last year, the eerie sounding but actually tasty hogwalls. Lumpy but delicious. Always it was good. This year, I have to be in the basement. When I hear that familiar tap, 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 little old lady feet coming up the porch, bam, 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 food. So I go, thank you, Mrs. Zardelli, and start running upstairs. You're welcome, dearie. Bat, bat, bat. Oh wait, by the time I get to the front door, she was gone except for the footprints in the tulip bed and the bag at my feet. What's in it? You may have seen what they call ghost pumpkins. They look like regular pumpkins, but they're pale as a bone, white as a bone. Inside, very tasty. This year, there were zucchini as pale and white as death. A slice went open, tried it, nice and solid, very flavorful. Okay, so I gave the bag the usual treatment. I sliced them into spears, give them a bath in vinegar and spices, and pickle them into those little waffle weave pint jars, seal them up, boil them, and then label them carefully on the front with the variety and the year. Mrs. Zardelli's Ghost Zucchini 2018. Except for a bowl which I set aside for Neighborhood Night Out. You'll remember Neighborhood Night Out a couple months ago. That's first Tuesday when the neighborhoods throughout Seattle block off their streets and the neighbors get together and have a potluck right there in the middle of the road, meeting people who you haven't seen all year, sharing your food. This year, I made a box of a dozen of those little jars and a platter of the spears, and I trotted out to the street, slid the platter on the table, put the box underneath, and went around to meet and greet. Hello, hello, how are you? What's been going on? And have to be honest, a potluck is not supposed to be a competitive event. Yeah, but you all do it, don't you? You look back and go, is someone eating mine? Is someone eating mine? And I was nearly all the way around the circle when I noticed, they're gone. All my zucchini spears had disappeared. Oh, Mrs. Zardelli and I had succeeded. I went back and I picked up the box of jars. And I took one out and looked around. Who was I going to give these to? It was Mrs. Zardelli's neighbor, Mrs. Dupre. Would you like one? Oh, hon, that's very sweet. Thank you so much. We always love these. And, ooh, it's so sweet of you to remember Dolly with these. Dolly? Oh, you would remember her as Mrs. Zardelli. We were girls together when we were growing up. And it's so sweet of you to put her name on these jars. And I said, well, of course I had to. She grew these zucchinis. Oh, don't be silly, boy. She passed away at Christmas time. No one's grown anything in that garden all year. I see. Would you like the box?